Freeland has been in hot water recently because she talks about how she doesn't use a car, and you should too. And you should go everywhere and save the world and the environment. But then when you find out you're actually paying for her chauffeur to drive her around. So she is misleading you. And we're going to have a listen to this in her own words. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's have a listen to her own words, and then I'll talk about that.
A fact that still shocks my dad is I don't actually own a car because I live in downtown Toronto. I'm like, I don't know, 300 meters from the nearest subway. I walk, I take the subway.
And you notice from that 300 meters, so she already knows numbers to throw out of how close it is. Now, I think it's more of a shock to her papa that she got to be finance minister. And that is because at the age of 45, she needed her parents to co-sign her mortgage. So, it wasn't really back then when she got the house, she was in financial trouble. And now, after making $250,000 and looking after all the finances, all of a sudden she's running the country, which is very much of a shock. And here she is as a finance minister as well. So I think her father would be more shocked at that. And her grandfather, I don't think, would be shocked because she's very good at theatrical performance there. And this is the transportation part that people are getting upset about. And when she talks about biking everywhere, and you should too, this is her, her relatives who worked in Ukraine media and propaganda. This is it. She's living the dream of doing that. You present that you're doing the greatest work, that you're the one that's showing case how to do it, and yet you're the one flying on planes that people are paying for. And this is with the chauffeur that she owns. So she doesn't own a car, but she loves to have you pay for it. This is the $10,000 that it cost. Now, when she does drive a car, on that rare occasion when there's an eclipse and a blue moon and a purple moon, she just drives fast. So that's another thing too. So, you talk about how great you are at saving the world, and you're the one that when you go in a car, you just go crazy. This is an example of her flying to the climate conference, and she flew to the wrong city in Scotland. So she had a car like this, a chauffeur, just a van, not a big deal, drive across the country in Scotland. So it was in Glasgow, and she flew to Edinburgh or vice versa. So she had to get a 45 or about 50-mile drive across Scotland. And to put this in perspective of Canada, this is like driving from Toronto to Hamilton. It's not really a big deal in the eyes for a $3,000 van, really. But the issue is that Scotland is only 274 miles, so she drove chauffeur 20% through the country. And you talk about they should have their own bullet train anyways, but she's taken a taxi cab 20% across the country. That's really the issue that has come up here. And Scotland is as big as Lake Superior. This is as close as I can get it. And a lot of these these countries that have opinions about climate change, and it qualifies too for the South Pacific Ocean as well, they shouldn't have any say whatsoever. Scotland is just it's a little country compared to Canada, the second biggest, obviously it would be. So, and a lot of times too, like say Norway has, they use a lot of hydroelectricity or electricity EV cars. That could just be because of the landscape of the country that they have a lot of hydro energy. Because in Saskatchewan, you don't. Like you're limited to if you have water and you can get electricity and you have the money to build it, to do it. So not every country has the same geographical landscape. And they promote that if Norway can do it, Canada will. Remember Stephen Guilbeault said that too with EV cars. And a lot of time it's just the geographical location of the country, if there's actual water flowing. I mean, it's not going to be so much in Africa, down in Libya or Egypt or anywhere like that. They can't do hydro. There's no water falling down. So it really depends where you are. And these countries in the South Pacific that can talk about have a vote on climate change, and if there's a carbon tax, they're nothing. They are something nothing. There's a country that starts with TIV, Tivolo or something like that. I think it's .tv, the domain. They got their hands on that. They have no say in what climate change is, and they shouldn't get a vote. So Anyway, thanks for watching. And I don't think that Freeland's dad is shocked that she doesn't have a car. He's probably shocked that she actually got to be finance minister. And I don't think her grandfather or grandpapa is shocked because the propaganda runs deep in the Freeland household. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.